Speech of Her Excellency Corazon C. Aquino, President of the Philippines during the joint session of the United States Congress, delivered at Washington, D.C. on September 18, 1986. Former President Corazon Aquino's message in this passage reflects her balanced approach to leadership. She is committed to democracy, peaceful resolution, and economic progress, but remains steadfast in defending the nation's integrity against those who reject peace. When a subservient parliament announced my opponent's victory, the people turned out in the streets and proclaimed me president. And true to their word, when a handful of military leaders declared themselves against the dictatorships, the people rallied to their protection. Surely the people take care of their own. It is on that faith and the obligation it entails that I assume the presidency. As I came to power, peacefully, so shall I keep it. That is my contract with my people and my commitment to God. He had willed that the blood drawn with the lash shall not in my country be paid by blood drawn by the sword, but by the tearful joy of reconciliation. We have swept away absolute power by a limited revolution that respected the life and freedom of every Filipino. Now we are restoring full constitutional government. Again, as we restore democracy by the ways of democracy, so are we completing the constitutional structure of our new democracy under a constitution that already gives full respect to the Bill of Rights. A jealously independent constitutional commission is completing its draft, which will be submitted later this year to a popular referendum. When it is approved, there will be congressional elections. So within about a year, from a peaceful but national upheaval that overturned a dictatorship, we shall have returned to full constitutional government. Given the polarization and breakdown we inherited, this is no small achievement. My predecessor set aside democracy to save it from a communist insurgency that numbered less than 500. Unhampered by respect for human rights, he went at it hammer and tongs. By the time he fled, that insurgency had grown to more than 16,000. I think there is a lesson here to be learned about trying to stifle a thing with the means by which it grows. I don't think anybody, in or outside our country, concerned for democratic and open Philippines, doubts what must be done. Through political initiatives and local reintegration programs, we must seek to bring the insurgents down from the hills, and by economic progress and justice, show them that for which the best intentioned among them fight. As president, I will not betray the cause of peace by which I came to power. Yet, equally and again, to friend of Filipino democracy, will challenge this. I will not stand by and allow an insurgent leadership to spurn our offer of peace and kill our young soldiers and threaten our new freedom. Yet I must explore the path of peace to the utmost, for it for at its end, whatever disappointment I meet there, is the moral basis for laying down the olive branch of peace and taking up the sword of war. Still, should it come to that, I will not waver from the course and laid down by your great liberator. With malice towards none, with charity for all, with firmness in the rights as God gives us to see. The rights. Let us finish the work we are in. To bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and for his orphans, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations. Like Lincoln, I understand that force may be necessary before mercy. Like Lincoln, I don't relish it. Yet I will do whatever it takes to defend the integrity and freedom of my country. Here are some of the key points to the passage that I read. The restoration of democracy, criticism of Marcos' approach to insurgency, a new approach to peace and stability, and lastly, a balance between peace and defense. To sum it up, overall, late President Corazon Aquino is making a strong case that democracy and justice, not dictatorship and repression, are the keys to peace and stability in the Philippines. She acknowledged the challenges ahead, but remains firm in her commitment to govern with democracy and strength, as Lincoln said. That's all, thank you. May we never forget the lesson that shaped our democracy.